He Hanshu and Ji Huai had been childhood sweethearts. After studying in the regions south of the Yangtze River, Ji Huai returned home with a box of popular pearl hair ornaments. He distributed them to elders, female relatives, cousins, and even his personal maids according to their status, leaving only one picked -over ornament covered with face powder for Ki Hanju. Filled with anger and grievance, she threw the ornament on the ground. Her mother sighed and persuaded her since Ki Han's father was exiled to the remote northern desert. Their family had fallen on hard times, and no families came to propose marriage anymore. Gentle and unworldly, Ji Huai was truly a worthy match for her. Ki Hanju failed to conceive a child in 4 years of marriage. Yet Ji Huai never blamed her. He even took her on a trip to the south of the Yangtze River. Before heading back to the capital, he bought another box of pearl hair ornaments. Haunted by past unhappiness, Ki Hanju made him promise not to give them away again, and Ji Huai agreed readily. But as soon as they returned to the mansion, he softened at the tears of a maid and gave away all the ornaments without keeping a single one. Staring at the empty box, Ki Hanju sat alone all night, overwhelmed by sorrow. Eventually, blood gushed from her mouth and nose, and she passed away. When she opened her eyes again, Ki Hanju was reborn 5 years in the past, while Ji Huai was still studying in the south. Determined not to repeat her tragic fate, she secretly replied to a marriage proposal from Lin Ru Huai, a general stationed in the northern desert. When the official marriage certificate arrived, her mother was utterly shocked, thinking she was just quarreling with Ji Huai. No one in the household took the certificate seriously. Everyone believed the childhood sweethearts would marry eventually, and they all advised Ki Hanju that the kind-hearted Ji Huai would bring her a peaceful life. But Ki Hanju saw the truth clearly. Ji Huai's excessive soft-heartedness was never exclusive to her. The tears and grievances of any woman in the mansion could sway him, and all her sufferings in her past life stemmed from his indiscriminate leniency. Couriers from the south constantly delivered parcels from Ji Huai, including precious medicinal herbs, fashionable jewelry, and delicate handkerchiefs for different people. The letters written to Ki Hanju were light as a feather. In her past life, she had stayed awake at night, wondering repeatedly about her place in Ji Huai's heart, only to end up in endless pain. Reborn, she let go of all obsession and stopped torturing herself. Soon Ji Huai came back to the capital, and the Marquis mansion held a welcome feast for him. His personal maid Siyu if you came to invite Ki Hanju. Wearing brand-new pearl hair ornaments and looking complacent, she casually put a small box on the table, which contained the same one ornament left for Ki Hanju. Ki Hanju recalled the old events. She had driven Siyu if you were way out of humiliation, and Siyu if you cried bitterly afterward. To comfort her, Ji Huai raised her monthly salary to the standard of a mansion concubine. Long before Ki Hanju married into the mansion, she was labeled as jealous and vicious by the servants. Before their wedding, Ki Hanju made Ji Huai swear an oath before the goddess of mercy, pricking his fingertip to promise that he would love no one but her for a lifetime. Back then, she mistook his superficial affection for deep devotion and dreamed of a happy future. However, shortly after the wedding, Siyu if you fainted in public and was found to be for months pregnant. Ji Huai looked distressed and begged Ki Hanju to accept the child, claiming that an abortion would cost Siyu if you her life. Heartbroken, Ki Hanju returned to her natal home silently. She finally realized that a man who was too soft-hearted would never consider his legal wife's dignity and predicament. Back home, Ki Hanju wrote a divorce letter and burned thousands of letters from Ji Huai, cutting off the affection of their youth. Enraged, her mother planned to take her to the northern desert to find another husband. But the old matriarch of the Ji family visited and begged for mercy. Grateful for the Ji family's help when her husband was exiled, Ki Han's mother persuaded her daughter to reconcile. Ji Huai knelt outside the Ki residence with wounds from 40-9 family whips, winning praise from the whole city for his loyalty and adherence to family rules. The old matriarch lied that if you had been forced to take an abortion medicine and sent away, begging Qi Hanju to give Ji Hui another chance, forced to return to the Marquis mansion. Hanju suffered more torment. On the journey back, Ji Hui blamed her for Yu's misfortune, convinced that she had forced If to abort the child. Years of friendship meant nothing to him compared to a maid slander. From then on, Ji Hui made Qi Hanju drink contraceptive soup every morning after spending the night in her room. The bitter soup ruined her health, and she grew thinner day by day. Her loyal maid Nelton begged Ji Hui to stop, but he replied coldly that Qi Han's Hus pain was trivial compared to Cuf's. After the old matriarch passed away, Ji Hui escorted the coffin back to his hometown. Qi Hanju, though gravely ill, fetched If back to the mansion from the countryside. Arrogant and insolent, If made Qi Hanju copy 100 volumes of scriptures to mourn her unborn child. Qi Hanju toiled day and night until her wrists became frail, yet she was only met with Cuf's sarcasm. If stayed in the mansion, receiving far more rewards than the legal wife. She openly mocked Qi Hanju for having no children. Having endured enough, Qi Hanju confined If to the Buddhist hall for punishment. 2 months later, she found the scriptures were written by two people. The elegant handwriting that once held tender words for her now belonged to Ji Hui's affection for another woman. In the coming spring, Qi Han's Hus condition worsened drastically, and no famous doctors in the capital could cure her. Ji Hui decided to take her to the mild climate of the south. When If cried and tried to stop them, the exhausted Qi Hanju told Ji Hui to stay with her, but he insisted on taking Qi Hanju along. The gentle climate temporarily improved her health. Ji Hui picked pearl hair ornaments every day and soon filled another box, dreaming that they would have a daughter to inherit the ornaments. On the verge of death, Qi Hanju drifted back to the past, when she had domineering lied old Ji Hui never to give the ornaments away. And he had agreed joyfully. But their dream was shattered the night they returned to the mansion. It was the anniversary of Cuf's lost child, and Ji Hui gave away all the ornaments to poor children to pray for the baby's soul, saying it was their debt to Cufu. Completely desolate, Qi Hanju took out the divorce letter and questioned him whether for years of drinking contraceptive soup was not enough to atone for her sins. She coughed up blood and breathed her last. Ji Hui went mad, traveling everywhere to buy back the scattered ornaments. When he rushed back with the pearls, Qi Hanju had already turned cold. Her lifeless hands unable to hold anything. Back to the present life, Qi Hanju calmly gave the pearl ornament to Cufu. Ji Hui hurried over, still thinking she was just throwing a tantrum and refusing to believe her engagement to General Lin Huai. Qi Hanju showed him the marriage certificate and told him clearly that she would leave for the northern desert with her husband in 2 months and never come back. Panicked, Ji Hui begged her to change her mind. Recalling all the grievances of her past life, Qi Hanju made a plan. She invited Ji Hui and Cufu to the Yushao Pavilion in the Xiangjuryu, in the Xiangjiyuo Temple on the Buddha bathing festival, pretending to calm her anger. She drew a divination temple was crowded with worshippers. Qi Hanju slipped an aphrodisiac into the vegetarian meals of Ji Hui and Cufu. She drew a divination stick with the message, "Past troubles end, a bright future awaits." The granddaughter of the Empress Dowager strayed into the backyard pavilion. The crowd discovered the disheveled couple. Engaging in indecent acts in a sacred Buddhist temple was an unforgivable crime. Cufu, who was 2 months pregnant, was sentenced to drowning. Ji Hui barely escaped death, and the Marquis mansion was demoted to a baron's mansion. Before her death, Cufu revealed that slow poison had been added to Qi Han's Hus contraceptive soup in her past life. After the scandal settled, Qi Hanju prepared for her wedding with Lin Huai. The Lin family sent 100 betrothal gift carriages, filled with exotic curios from the northern desert that Lin Huai had collected for her over the years. Known as a cold and fierce general on the battlefield, Lin Huai treated her with great tenderness, Ki Hanju told him frankly that she had a strong personality and would never allow concubines or intimate maids after marriage. Lin Ruhai agreed gently, promising to stay with her forever. Ji Hui witnessed the scene outside the hall, and the pearl ornaments in his hand fell to the ground, scattering everywhere. Ji Hui rushed in and asked how decades of friendship could be outweighed by mere trinkets. Kanju replied that his fickleness and disgraceful deeds could never compare to Lin Ruhui's integrity. She listed his crimes and ordered him to kneel on the 90-9 steps of the Xiangjiuo temple to repent. Ji Hui stumbled and fell, still trying to win her back. But was blocked by Lin Ruhui. On Qihan's HUS grand wedding day, Ji Hui renounced the mortal world and became a monk at the Xiangjiuo temple, taking the Dharma name Baming, meaning confused. He knelt on the steps to recite scriptures every day to atone for his sins, leaving his knees permanently injured, yet he kept waiting for Qihan's HUS forgiveness. Qi Hanju went to the northern desert with Lin Ruhui and lived a peaceful life with her family. 7 years later, she returned to the capital with her son and daughter to pray at the temple. A young monk delivered a relic left by the late monk Bumming, a pearl hair ornament in the old divination stick. All the shadows of the past faded away. Hand in hand with Lin Ruhui, Qi Hanju finally embraced a peaceful and happy rest of her life.